Sometimes, the entertainment world feels like one gigantic mystery box. You open it, and out comes a flood of strange stories, suspicious moments, and rumors that make you say, wait, is this real, or did I stumble onto a weird corner of the internet? That's how a lot of people feel about the Grammys, and even the Oscars, when it comes to the so-called dark or satanic influences. Today, let's jump into the wildest claims surrounding these award shows, focusing mainly on one big name, Beyoncé. She's been called an icon, a legend, and by some folks online, a satanic puppet. Yep, it's a real thing people talk about. Let's unpack all of it in the simplest way possible. There is a reason people keep calling big events like the Grammys demonic. If you look back at the past ceremonies, you'll see plenty of performances that lean into devilish visuals or shocking costumes. One of the more recent examples was Sam Smith and Kim Petras performing the hit song Unholy at the 2023 Grammys. They wore red outfits and used stage lighting that looked like something from a dark fantasy movie. Some people tuned in, saw the devil horns vibe and went, okay, that is definitely evil. But here's the funny part, the Church of Satan itself came out and said there was nothing truly satanic about it, calling it basically a standard pop performance with spooky makeup. Still, that hasn't stopped certain viewers from calling it demonic. Now, you might wonder why these performances spark huge debates. One main reason is that many viewers, especially those with a conservative viewpoint, see bright red costumes, pitchforks, or devil horns and immediately assume something sinister is going on. Others, like the Church of Satan folks, say it's all style and no substance. Clearly, not everybody agrees on what counts as real dark arts, but it's undeniable that these acts create tons of buzz, which might be exactly what the artist or the award shows want. Alright, so how does Beyoncé fit into this so-called satanic conversation? Well, for years, there have been conspiracy theories claiming that Beyoncé, along with her husband Jay-Z, is part of some secret group controlling the music world. People point to alleged hidden symbols in her music videos, her stage outfits, or even her hand gestures, saying that these are the codes used by an underground elite. Whether you find that believable or not, the rumors gained more steam when Beyoncé started experimenting with imagery that people labeled or called or the Illuminati. But the story gets even more intense with her latest album, Cowboy Carter, which shook up the music scene. Cowboy Carter is not just one style, it's a mix of country, blues, rock, and hip-hop. It is so different that critics and fans spent hours trying to label it. Many folks who heard about it said, no way, this is a country album. Then, in a jaw-dropping twist, it actually won Best Country Album at the recent 2025 Grammys. This made some people super mad, arguing that the Recording Academy is basically bending over backwards to hand Beyoncé another trophy. Some said she does not belong in country, while others saw it as a rightful recognition of how country music has roots in black culture. Meanwhile, conspiracy enthusiasts went wild, claiming this was yet more proof that Beyoncé has a magical power over the industry. They said it shows how the Grammys will do anything to appease her. On social media, people wrote comments like, I knew it, the Grammys are rigged, and she's unstoppable because she's part of a bigger system. On the flip side, a ton of fans simply replied, we are proud of her for shining light on the black origins of country music. What makes it extra spicy is the reaction of other country artists. During the ceremony, Casey Musgraves was also nominated for Best Country Album, but when Beyoncé's name was called, Casey was shown clapping with a very straight face. Internet detectives jumped on that, claiming she was secretly furious or offended. Rumors flew around that Casey felt robbed or that she believed Beyoncé shouldn't have been in that category at all. However, later on, Casey had to clarify that she was not angry. She even said she respected Beyoncé for exploring country music's potential. But let's be honest, once the internet sees a moment that looks awkward, a million truths start popping up. People said things like, Casey clearly hates this, or she's giving the side eye to the Grammys. And of course, conspiracy fans wrote they made her clap. She had no choice, implying that some huge behind the scenes force controls everything. It's all pretty over the top. But Beyoncé's alleged dark presence at the Grammys is not the only reason these award shows get labeled as satanic. Another big attention grabber was Kanye West and Bianca Censori's 2025 Grammys red carpet appearance. Kanye's known for unpredictability, so when they showed up, people were already on high alert. Bianca wore a black fur coat at first, but then took it off and revealed a see-through outfit that left almost nothing to the imagination. Right away, commentators started calling it inappropriate and attention-seeking. On social media, some folks said, "This is the kind of stuff that proves Hollywood events are basically a circus," and others said they do this to keep pushing boundaries. There are even those who believe that every shocking outfit is part of a ritual to keep the event in headlines. But the simple explanation might be that celebs just enjoy stirring conversation. After all, a bizarre outfit gets tweeted and retweeted until everybody's talking about it. Then, you also had big artists like Billie Eilish and Taylor Swift going home empty-handed at the 2025 Grammys. This sparked a bunch of snub theories. Fans were furious, tweeting stuff like, "How can Billie have 7 nominations and win nothing?" and "Taylor deserves better, the Grammys are rigged." These accusations of rigging or behind-the-scene deals always surface when fan-favorite artists lose. Some people suspect the entire event is controlled by a hidden group deciding who deserves an award for reasons beyond music quality, like long-term deals with record labels or hush-hush agreements with powerful insiders. To add even more drama, a new artist named Chappelle Rowan won Best New Artist. She used her stage name to call out problems in the music industry. She mentioned the low pay for artists, expensive healthcare, and exploitation by record companies. Some watchers applauded her honesty, while others said it was too real for the Grammys. A few conspiracy-minded viewers nodded, saying, "See, even new artists know the game is rigged." It was one more moment that made the night both chaotic and memorable. And let's not forget the older controversies that fed the satanic or secret society theories over the years. In 1989, the Grammys gave the very first Best Hard Rock Metal Performance Award to Jethro Tull, beating out Metallica. This was so off the wall that many fans felt something shady was happening. Then, in 1990, Milli Vanilli famously had their Best New Artist Grammy taken away when people learned they never actually sang on their album. These shocking upsets made the Grammys look disconnected from reality or even corrupt. But the truly chaotic moments did not stop there. In 1998, Old Dirty Bastard from the Wu-Tang Clan interrupted Sean Colvin's acceptance speech to protest his group's loss. He shouted, "Wu-Tang is for the children," and stormed off. In 2000, Jennifer Lopez wore that iconic green Versace dress that was so revealing it supposedly led Google to create a better image search function. People said it was the most shocking outfit ever. Then, in 2000, Eminem, who was accused of hateful lyrics by some groups, performed with Elton John, an openly gay musician, as a statement about unity. Each time, viewers argued over whether these moments were genuine or carefully staged for maximum attention. Beyoncé also had her own series of Grammys near misses in the past. She lost Album of the Year for both her self-titled album in 2015 and Lemonade in 2017. Many fans felt she was robbed, saying, "This just shows the Grammy don't value black artists or modern music." Critics argued that the Recording Academy are stuck in the past. Over time, these snubs snowballed into a belief that the Grammys either have an agenda or just cannot figure out how to properly honor stars who break molds. When she finally won the big award with Cowboy Carter, it made for a huge moment in pop culture. Yet, because it was categorized under country, the drama just shifted from "she's snubbed" to "this is rigged in our favor." So, what about those fans and observers who see everything as part of a deep, dark plan? Let's break it down. One belief is that all shows are giant rituals. Every performance, every outfit, and every weird moment is supposed to be a coded message to those in the know. For instance, Sam Smith's Red Devil costume at the Grammys is seen as a proof that the industry worships dark forces. Meanwhile, the Church of Satan folks basically laughed and said, it's just normal pop culture shock tactics. Another belief is that a group of super powerful people control who gets famous, who wins awards, and which controversies blow up to keep the public entertained. Beyoncé, being at the pinnacle of success, is viewed as either a top member of this group or at least a benefactor of its hidden influence. Of course, there is a less sensational explanation. People like edgy, attention-grabbing performances, shocking outfits, and dramatic themes get news coverage, boost viewer numbers, and keep the Grammys relevant. Think about it. If there were no controversies, would as many as people tune in or talk about these shows the next day? Some folks genuinely love the theatrics, while others watch just to hate watch or complain online. Then there is the conversation about race and tradition in country music. When Beyoncé performed at the Country Music Association Awards in 2016, some fans said, "This is epic, we need more diversity." Others took to social media, saying she did not belong there at all. There were even rumors that the CMA tried to remove her performance clips from their website due to backlash, although CMA reps said that was not true. The whole thing revealed a big divide in the country music world. Now, with Cowboy Carter, Beyoncé has doubled down by featuring black country artists and spotlighting figures who've often been ignored. This has made many people proud and hopeful, but it also reignited the anger of those who believe country music should stick to its old ways. Conspiracy theorists then tied all back to a plan for cultural realignment, saying that maybe the big players want to merge all genres into one mass of pop music. So, what do regular fans think about all this? Well, scrolling through social media gives you a kaleidoscope of opinions. Some people post jokes like, "I guess I missed the memo. Did we sign a deal with the devil for streaming numbers?" Others claim the entire awards system is rigged. "I've known this since my favorite artist lost 10 years ago." Then you have casual listeners who go, "I just enjoy the music. Don't see why we need to call it satanic." The range of reactions is enormous, but one thing is sure, these discussions never get dull. Every time the Grammys roll around, you can bet there will be a brand new wave of fiery debates, rumors, and memes flooding your feed. Another angle is that massive global events like the Grammys or Oscars need to stay relevant in a time when fewer people watch TV. Controversies, whether it's about who deserved which award, who wore the most revealing outfit, or who might be part of a satanic cult, end up boosting their presence online. People stream the clips, share them on every platform, and argue about them for weeks. That keeps the award shows alive in our cultural conversation. And from a business standpoint, that is huge because it means sponsors stay happy and viewers keep talking. But is there any real proof that Beyoncé or the Grammys are actually run by dark forces? The most credible voices, like the Church of Satan itself or serious cultural critics, shrug it off as this sensational hype. They point out that what we see on stage is usually the result of marketing teams, stylists, choreographers, and the artists themselves wanting to make a splash. In other words, it is business. Shocking performances don't necessarily mean actual devil worship. However, the rumors wouldn't be as strong if people didn't keep seeing patterns, or if the Grammys were more transparent about their voting process. The secrecy around who votes and how decisions are made fosters and less speculation. At the end of the day, you can choose how to interpret the Beyoncé Satanic Grammy chatter. Maybe you think it is a silly conspiracy, a fun way for people to explain the over-the-top nature of award shows, or perhaps you believe that there are indeed hidden players pulling their strings and Beyoncé is just one of their star players. No matter what, there is no denying that these award shows continue to stir huge conversations. People talk about them for days, analyzing outfits, lyrics, acceptance speeches, and more. So, whether you're on the side that says, "Nah, it's all just good marketing," or you're fully convinced that these events are elaborate rituals, you can't ignore the buzz. It's loud, it's everywhere, and it's part of why millions of people still tune in year after year. As far as the satanic angle goes, that's likely going to stick around as long as award shows keep pushing visual boundaries. The moment you bring fire, horns or any eerie theme to the stage, there will always be a group of viewers pointing and yelling, "See? Proof that it's demonic!" That's the full scoop. Beyoncé's big Grammy wins, the controversies around genre classification, the dramatic red carpet stunts, and the never-ending conspiracy theories. It's a tangled mess of showmanship, publicity, cultural shifts, and of course, fan speculation. If you find this discussion fascinating, you are definitely not alone. People have been talking about these topics for years, and they're not just about to stop. Feel free to share what you think about these wild theories, and if you believe there is any truth behind them. For some, it's just a big spectacle that grabs headlines. For others, it's a breadcrumb trail leading to something much darker, hidden behind the bright lights of Hollywood. Whichever way you lean, it's hard to deny that the intrigue around Beyoncé and these Satanic Grammys is part of what keeps the music world so lively, and yes, sometimes very strange. That is all for now. Thanks for being part of this deep dive into one of the most controversial claims floating around. Stick around for more updates, because if there is one thing we have learned, it's that award show drama never really ends.